Now, water lilies like that are very beautiful. Be lovely if you could have them as a centrepiece in the middle of your table. Trouble is they don't grow all the year round. Don't despair, you can make some out of paper, and they really open up like the real thing, or almost like the real thing. It's very simple to do, but you need to get some measurements right, so watch this carefully. First of all, with a pair of compasses, put the point on 0 of a ruler and the point of the pencil on a 6 centimetre mark. That gives you a radius of 6 centimetres. And onto a piece of paper, just ordinary paper, coloured if you can, draw a circle of 6 centimetres radius. Now, here's why I'm suggesting those measurements, because the next one is exactly half that distance, a radius of 3 centimetres. And we draw that on as well. There we go, round like that. And right between those two, between the 3 and the 6, you'd want a radius of 4.5 centimetres. Now, you can do this at any size, but those sizes are good. Just remember, whatever you do, make the innermost circle half the outermost and the third circle in between the two, and you'll get something like that. Well, to make it a bit easier to follow, I've done one there and cut it out. And that's what it looks like in the cut-out stage. And work with the pencil points downwards, or the pencil lines downwards. What you do is to, at this stage, fold the thing in halves. You notice how those pencil lines are appearing on the outside. Fold it into quarters, like that. Make sure this part is very accurate. And fold it again into eighths. And all the time, those pencil lines will stay to the outside. Now, with your scissors, from the outermost pencil line to the edge, cut a point. You end up with a little kite shape. And when you open that kite shape, you find that it's already taking on the form of a flower. There we are. Again, turn to where you can see the pencil lines, and along the folds, cut in from those notches to the innermost circle. Really quite straightforward, but I'll do this whole thing so that you can take in the various steps that I've done. Make sure these lines go in accurately. If you go too far, it's not going to fold in the next step. There we go, 7 and 8. And at that stage, put it flat, pencil lines up, and fold each petal. And you notice that because that innermost circle is half the distance to the outermost, those petal points will come right to the centre of the flower. And you fold each one. And you'll notice that if the point comes to the centre of the flower on each one, the petals will overlap very neatly indeed, as they're doing there. Well, that'll go all the way around, each petal overlapping the next, until you get to the final one. Then you have to do something a little bit tricky. There's the 7th petal folding in, and the 8th would normally lie on top of it, but then the whole thing would come undone. So we take the 8th one and fold its last edge underneath the edge of the first petal that went down, and that locks the thing into position. And there's our folded lily. And if you use different colours, you can make all sorts of them. What happens is this. As it hits the water soaks into the wood fibres that are in the paper. And as it soaks in, they swell. That makes the hinge open, and the lily opens. Just remember, they take about 5 minutes to open, so drop them in one by one.